Let me tell you something really quickly as to why these women need you. Okay? Now, women get guidance from men one or two ways nowadays. They're women enough to go to the man directly and get guidance, or they're female enough to get the guidance by usurping and studying and, getting guidance from a man that way, right? Now, why you keep having these emotional reactions from women that try to get your live streams banned or say crazy things in your comments, they don't have a man, and they put you in this proxy relationship with them. And they have to, these women, in order for them to make content, they have to rev themselves up. Now, I say this a lot. I speak about, people that aren't emotionally intelligent, very emotional people. They do this a lot. They have to rev themselves up. Like, they have to get in a mood and they have to move through their emotion. Now, a lot of women do this, and this is why they normally have a man to ground them. But what women do is they go online. Now, hear me out. They go online and they see the men that they find attractive. And then they watch that guy that they find attractive that's going to be spitting the truth. He triggers an emotion and an emotional moment. And in that emotion and that emotional moment, that's when you see these content creators get online and make their pre-recorded videos. In that emotional moment, men don't do that. The reason why I'm able to go live anytime I want to, I have clean and clear thought. I'll be working out. Hey, what's going on, known? I have clean and clear thought. So I'll be working out and I'm like, that'd be a great idea for a title. I'll put it down in my notes, my phone note log. Then later on, when I'm done with my workout, I'll take a shower and then I'll go live. I don't need to be in an emotional moment to go live. I don't need for a woman to rev me up and get me all high blood pressured and jump in that emotion. See, it's all alchemy, man. It's all spiritual. The reason why these videos go viral of these women, because a lot of them will trigger themselves with a guy that they find attractive that's speaking the truth, or go back to that guy repeatedly and watch him over and over to get triggered. And in that, because they can't get online and speak the crazy stuff they say unless they're in an emotional state. It sounds crazy to them, so they have to be in an emotional. You don't really get emotional that much because I can't really break it down to you. Level-headed men don't get emotional that much, but like people that get emotional, they get erratic. They can barely breathe. They want to scream and whatnot in that moment. They're not thinking correctly, and they'll take this moment and make a video. And that's the reason why they love to hate watch us. That's why I'm trying to be careful about reacting too strongly in my reaction videos, because they love it. They don't care what kind of attention they get from men. They can't get it directly, so they love to get triggered. And in that trigger, in that emotional moment, they will go online and say the darndest things that don't make any sense. We don't need any man, while simultaneously wanting to date men. It doesn't make any sense. They'll say things like, oh, we're celibate right now. You're not celibate. Men are going their own way. You don't have any other option. But because they're in their emotional moment watching some content creator probably living his best life and putting the message out to other men, women do this thing where they used to do it to the men they dated, but they gaslight you. They try to, mentally manipulate you and start making you feel like you should feel some type of way about whatever they're doing. We've already stepped away. We don't care what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So, it's they need for you to trigger them. So that's why, you always have these crazy psychotic women that jump in your comment sections and just start going off like they know you. They watch you all the time. They got you in a proxy relationship. And they can't get a man of their own because they want to be so independent, no dude will deal with them. So they wait till I see your videos get posted online or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you're at a job or whatever, you come in talking your stuff. And then these women just, in that emotional moment have a trigger. And then they just let off whatever they've been thinking about saying for quite some time without any filter, without thinking about the consequences of their actions and their words. And then after they've said too much then they want to like backstep, rewrite history, or make it seem like it's not that big of a deal. Listen, y'all, I haven't gotten to the point where I just figured it out. And I mean, it's amusing to me now. I don't really get triggered by these women anymore in their content and their videos, because I know that they watch us. They'll watch content. Listen, you don't understand. These women get online, even women that are married. I'm seeing black women that are married that'll be making videos that seem like they're advocates for men, but then they'll also slide in their allegiance to women. They'll say, well, these women were just raised badly, and in a society where you didn't have to drink the Kool-Aid, though. You can't blame it on societal this or that, or the father wasn't around. Eventually, you got to take responsibility for your actions, and they don't want to do it, man. I mean, you hear them just like kind of like straddling the fence, saying, I see the guy's point, but you got to remember, though, these women weren't. I don't care what these women were raised like. If you're out here dating as an adult, you need to be responsible like an adult and make sure you're in the right mental state. I don't want to. That's the problem. Y'all keep thinking that you guys have some excuse, and you don't. That's why, I think this one was talking about black women's marital status. That's why I'm saying that a lot of y'all are least married, man, and American women overall are least dated. I mean, because they're not really bringing anything to the table in the sense of being, kind of like the way traditional women used to be. And they're also like studying us, and they're getting upset because they see the kind of guys they want, but we're not talking like, simps. So they get upset and they want to do something. This is what they're doing. They're policing us online like they do at their jobs with HR. They're running and reporting videos and getting our live streams banned, and they're policing us online like they do with the HRs. You know what I'm saying? This thing don't stay charged for shit, because men have been just drinking the Kool-Aid and sitting here going along with this whole indoctrination. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say too much because I don't want to get banned. You know what I'm saying? Shadow banned. But we're being indoctrinated too, and by who? And we were just doing what we had to do to get some coochie, man, that wasn't in the streets, that we ain't got to worry about getting any diseases from, and possibly maybe get a legacy out of it if she acts right, maybe get married. We can't even get that anymore. All these women do is run around trying to give you used coochie for new coochie prices, and then gaslight you as to, every time you bring up good talking points. Dude, I can tell the women that sympathize with the single mothers. I can tell because they always have some, and they only do it because they're a single mother, or they're raised by a single mother. Well, they're all raised by single mothers, but more than likely they're a single mother. Even if they got married, they probably were a single mother before they got married. And I want you guys to also be paying attention to how many women are getting married right now. We never told them. Make sure that y'all have this when y'all are having them on panels. Yes, they're marrying guys right now, but they're settling. They're not settling down. They're not getting the Chads and Tyrones that they've been waiting out for. They're taking our advice and settling for someone, but they're never going to say it. So what they're doing is getting online saying, oh, we can get men. Look, I'm marrying someone. We never said you can't get men. We've always said you have males in your DMs, but they're not the men you want. That's what we're saying. So don't bring that around. Like, don't even try. Like, don't even try. So you guys, I'm telling you, man, they use us as triggers. They can't do anything without men. Even making content, they need to get triggered by a man they find attractive just to be able to get online. That's why when they're making these videos, they're like, their tone and they're looking everywhere. Like, they can't look at you because they're trying to get back in that emotional moment that they felt whenever they were triggered. So they're digging in their mind. What did he say? What did he say in that? They're digging in their mind for that video that they watched to trigger them into this emotional moment to make whatever content they're making as counter content. That's all they ever do is make counter content. So, listen, I'm just telling you what I see. Before you get triggered into a back and forth with one of these females, they don't have a man. And what they're doing is getting online and dropping content that they think will trigger men so that they can get some type of reaction or interaction with the male. They don't have any. You got to understand, a man's attention is currency for women. It's more valuable than, you know, laying with her, buying her. She needs that attention. That's why they love these phones. They get to post up a selfie, have a bunch of simps like, you know, drooling all over them just off a random selfie, and they probably didn't even wash their butt yet for the day, you know, and then go about their day, and whoever they run into on their way where they're going, they're getting fed compliments. And I know it don't mean nothing to you, but for a woman, that means everything to them, man. I don't know. It's just the way that they're built. They really do love compliments like that. So they're running around feeding and living off the compliments they give them that they're getting from everyone else. And when you give them the truth, they hate your guts and use that to motivate them to make a video that's a counter content or a counter argument video. And then I'm telling you, dude, once that video is over, if you were able to interview that woman on a panel or something, I can guarantee you she probably wouldn't even have that same energy. She wouldn't remember what she said. And when you start making your point, she probably would end up agreeing with you. They do this stuff in the moment of emotional reaction to some content creator that was a man that said something. That's all that they do. That's why, you know, sometimes when they're in the middle of it, they calm down, they forget what they're saying. That's what they try to get it all off really quickly, you know, because they're like, you know, they're having an emotional moment. They want to feel that. They want to capture that on video, right? They're weird like that, right? Men don't do stuff. Like if I were to, the way I see these videos with these women acting up, if I were to jump online, I'll be like all over the place because y'all get on my nerves so freaking much, man. I gotta moosah and calm down and work out and think it through, breathe, and then come out here and make these videos, man, because y'all are such losers. You're such losers that you don't mind losing and you don't mind others watching you lose, but you're making up excuses while you lose. It's just a horrible thing to watch and witness, and definitely a horrible thing to be a part of. Like if you're the least married, how in the world do you have an excuse for that? There isn't one. I don't care what any society has projected onto a certain demographic of women and how they broke down that demographic of women's man in front of them. No one made that group of women take any subsidy from the powers that be. No Section 8 or food. You didn't have to do it. You don't have to do it. No one's making this group of women decide to have kids out of wedlock, just go ahead and knock the baby out the way, right? Before they decide to actually get into a legitimate long-term relationship with someone. You're just doing everything backwards because you're doing what you want to do and you don't want to have to deal with a man's mouth. You don't want a man having any input or any say-so or whatever. And then when the stats come out that you're like 24% married or whatever worldwide, whatever it is, super low, you're out here wondering why. There is no wondering why. There is no wondering why. When you are making content, you watch a man like me, minding my business, taking care of my son, putting out whatever I do, and then you have to find a way to, you know, legitimize you having hatred for me when you need to be working on yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're a whole hot mess out here. You're probably a single mother, you know, you're probably loud, you know, you're definitely argumentative if you're out here looking for reasons to have a problem with a man minding his business. If you had a man, do you think you would have time to be watching me daily and having a problem with what I say? You have no man, you have no prospect for getting a man. And so when you women are saying things to yourselves, and I'm including the Caucasian American woman as well, because, you know, y'all are the worst with the passive aggressive verbiage type of stuff, right? There is no I'm single by choice. What are you talking about? When you say you're single by choice, it's called being single, dummy. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't get it. Like, if you're single by choice, you're single. So why are y'all putting this extra designator on it? Like, no. You're single because no one wants to deal with you. See? You don't see men saying, I'm single by choice. Men are like, I'm single, man. You know, whenever it comes on, you know, whatever. We don't be like, we're single by choice. It's just not a good any option. And we're just so strong. We're so masculine and strong. Like women, like, they like can't deal with us, like, and like, you know, that power scares them, like. So, like, we're just like single by choice. And, when there's a woman that's in her feminine energy, then we'll take her. But until then, like, we're just too strong and independent. We're just out here and no woman can handle us, like, that's what they do all day long, coping for themselves. Younger women doing, the younger ones that do that, I want y'all to know. You younger chicks that do it in your 20s, y'all look crazy because you didn't have no struggle at all. Your mom and your grandma and your grandma's grandma already done. You're just out here chanting it because you want to be loose in the streets and you don't want to be held accountable and you don't want that responsibility of having one man. Y'all just want to be out there giving the whole to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And you're taking up the same talking points that back in the day, your mothers were able to be shamed a little bit. See, y'all are in a generation where you can't shame nobody, where, everyone has an opinion about everything, but no one can be criticized, criticized in the right kind of way, not chasing people down, or, you know what I'm saying? And they don't want to hear it, right? They don't want to hear it and they take it too far. So again, I'm telling you straight up, I'm about to get off of here. It's raining, you know what I mean, kind of hard, and I want to enjoy the rain. Y'all know I enjoy the rain, and I want to go for a walk before it starts coming down too hard, and before it gets too dark. So I'm going to bid you guys adieu in a few minutes. Smash that like button. But gentlemen, I'm going to tell y'all once again, if you're a young man, you have so much time on your hands. See, they want to convince you that, oh, man, dude, you have the world in your hands, dude. I'm telling you, smash cheeks, wear a condom. When you get done, jump in the shower immediately. Don't wait, immediately. Don't wait, don't play around. Jump in the shower. It's the best way to make sure. It's a tactic that we used when I was younger to make sure you didn't get anything, you know what I'm saying, on top of wearing a condom. You don't want the juices to dry into you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you got to keep a rag on the bed and be wiping it off as you go. You can do that if you want to, a little extra security. But you know what I'm saying? Jump in the shower. You shouldn't be allowing a woman's juices to dry on you if she's not your freaking wife. That's weird. Okay? Get your butt up. Go wash your ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you straight up. But you young bucks out there, there ain't no women watching. Ain't nobody around? No. All right, you young bucks. You need to be out there smashing cheeks, man. You need to be lying. You need to be lying to them, telling them whatever they need to hear. They want to be strong and independent. You need to be saying, yes, queen, yes. Whatever they want. You need to go after those cougars that are hitting 40. The women around my age that can't get themselves a nice stallion like myself will definitely take a young buck. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you guys have heard about Mary J. Blige. You don't understand. These women are out here and they're raunchy, dude. They already know. You know what I'm saying? That by the age of 18, you already got your grown man swang. So they just coming in. I'm telling you, get out there, smash cheeks. Don't listen to nothing that they say. Do whatever you have to do. Spiritual is in right now. Get yourself a couple of wrist bracelets, maybe a little necklace. Grow your hair out, let it get nappy. Get a scruffy beard and get out there and smash cheeks. Smash cheeks, man. Be worried about, I gotta, dude, obviously be building towards something and saving money. Don't get married. If you want to date a little bit, make sure you're only dating for a certain period of time, not in a state with common law marriage. You understand? But get out there and have a good time and don't listen to them. They're not listening to you. Don't buy them shit. You don't need it. Listen, man, this date stuff, and man, I'm telling you, and I'm I'll tell you a joke. I'll never tell you a lie. Got my hand up. I can't even remember last time I took a chick on a date. It was like my early 20s, man. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about early 20s, probably like when I was 18 or 19 or something. When I realized that other men are getting the cheeks while I'm taking her out, no, dude. If a woman wants you to take her on a date and you're a young dude, automatically, no, any dude, know that you've already lost. Screw it. Go look for something else. Why are you? She's giving it to somebody else without them having to do all that. Trust and believe that. I wouldn't lie to you, man. 20 minutes. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got to go. We got going here. I think showing the Sigmas in San Diego. Hey, what's going on to the Sigmas out there? Shout out to y'all. I appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all, man. What's going on? All the Sigmas out there in San Diego, y'all listen to the Sigmas around the nation, to the Sigmas around the world. Shout out to y'all. Look, right now, everybody's trying to clown Sigma, but remember, before I go, There wasn't even nobody talking about Sigma about a year ago or a year and a half ago. So if you're on those women's mouth, you're all up in their mouth. If they're talking about you, guess what? You're in that top 15%. They wouldn't even be bringing you up if they weren't watching you. We don't listen to what women say, we watch what they do. What are they doing? Talking about you. Good or bad, who cares what they're saying? They're women, they're babbling about something. You know what I'm saying? It's about something, something's wrong, we need to work on something. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, they're overweight. You know what I'm saying? They're looking homely. You know what I mean? They don't know when the last time they were celibate or went longer than 6 months without some D, right? So, you know, again, we're in a generation where everybody thinks they're a critic. Everybody thinks they got to find a really deep philosophical way to have a problem with somebody that didn't ask for it or don't even know who they are. So it is what it is. We got to deal with it. But what we're not going to do as Sigmas, listen to anybody. Don't listen to nobody. Listen to God. Listen to nobody. You best not be listening to a woman. And if you're a young guy, get out there and smash those cheeks. If you're getting into your late 30s and 40s, you are king. You are king. You get whatever you want. You got whatever range of women you want. You've gotten the money built up to be mobile. You know that you need to be making all your money online, you know, or you're retired or whatever. You know to go overseas. And overseas, man, it don't matter what shape you're in or nothing. Those women see a man that has the ability to move mobily, globally, and they love that. They know you're a leader type right out the gate. So, gentlemen, while you're playing around in the States in your 20s, figuring out life, realizing that these women aren't really worth it and none of them are really down for you, whatever, don't have any kids. So that way when you get into your late 30s, you can go overseas and find you a real one. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We got to do things differently now, man, because we know the game. These women want to get out here, have a good time in their 20s, rack up bodies, and then they're so messed up and can't pair bond by their, late 20s and 30s. They're just using you as a retirement plan, an early retirement plan, because as soon as they can, they're going to file for divorce. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I appreciate you showing up right on time, man. I gotta, two on the timer. I gotta get off of here, man, and go handle some business. Listen, we don't, entertain low IQ gaslighting like that, right? We already know, like, whoever, if, I was hurt, whoever did, that's none of your business, and you don't really care. And even if you really do care, how is that any of my business? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Do better, man. Do better. You know what I mean? That's way too low IQ to come over here with that. If you feel like I'm a hurt person, then why are you watching a hurt person? Why aren't you somewhere else watching people that you consider to be healed? Who has a problem here? The one that's just putting, whatever he has to put out, whether you, from your perspective, feel like it's a hurt perspective or not. Why are you watching? And then, furthermore, why are you wasting your time to type something in there? Remember, like I told you guys, your haters are someone you cut off, a content creator, or AI. One of those three. And all three of them are nobody in your reality. So, you know what I'm saying? If you want to entertain them, clown a little bit, you can. But remember, they're nobody in your reality. Nobody. This person, any person. Anyway, love and light. Y'all smash that like button, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here, doing what I do in the rain, putting out whatever knowledge that I meant to put out earlier, but I forgot about this live stream. But you still got it, you know what I'm saying? Smash the like, share the live. I'm definitely doing better about not cussing as much. You know what I mean? So share this on out, you know what I mean? And drop a comment. I love talking to you guys, all right? Love and light. I'm your brother, and I'm out.